Hi friends, my name is Marina Shepelsky. I'm an immigration lawyer and the founder of Shepelsky Law Group. We are an immigration law firm in New York City, working with all the 50 states, whether you live in Chicago or in the state of Kentucky or North Carolina, New York, New Jersey, it doesn't matter. We work with all the 50 states because immigration is federal. Today's video is what happens if you came to the United States using somebody else's passport, but you were inspected, you went through the airport, you later, years later, married a US citizen. Can you get a green card if you came with somebody else's passport? The answer is yes. In our practice, we have successfully helped people, just like in that situation, get green cards. How do we get it? Through adjustment of status with I-601 waiver. The first thing we do when this happens is we ask you if you still have a copy of your passport or the other person's passport that you used on you even now, because the main thing and the thing that's really going to make all this work, and if adjustment of status will go through, is whether you have proof that you came with inspection. If you have proof, you have that passport with a stamp or the I-94, even if it's in somebody else's name, we can definitely help you. So first things first, we work on your family petition, your adjustment of status application. We put the truth in all your forms. We disclose honestly the name that you used, the passport that you used, all of that information. We do the honest admission of everything. Second of all, we work on the I-601 waiver. We do affidavits by your spouse, if you have kids, anybody who knows you, who can prove you're a person of good moral character, but also that your spouse would experience this extreme hardship that we described. What is extreme hardship? Extreme hardship, number one, is medical problems. Like if your spouse has a heart condition that they need treatment for in the United States, and your original country where you're from has less than perfect medicine, this is where we talk about the medical needs. We would include medical letters, anything from the pharmacy showing if your spouse is on medications, any surgical records, any emergency room records. If your spouse goes to a psychologist, and we always recommend that they do, we get a psychologist evaluation. We include that to show your spouse might have depression or anxiety about you being deported and whatever other problems they may have to deal with. We've had clients where the spouse was a recovering alcoholic, and the doctor wrote that if the spouse who's the immigrant gets deported, the recovering alcoholic spouse is just gonna lose their sobriety, really have their whole life affected badly. We've had families where the kids have like autism or special needs, and we say, look, in the home country, there's no special therapy for kids with these special needs. We really need you to forgive Mr. So-and-so for his transgression. He admits to using somebody else's passport. He was desperate. We talk about the poverty, whatever the situation was in the home country, that made you lie and use somebody else's identity. And we get the waivers approved. So this is how it works. We do the adjustment of status with a special waiver. The waivers we submit are really, really intense. They're big packages of paperwork. They are usually very inclusive of medical records, as I mentioned, psychologist records, background articles, and a legal brief from our lawyers explaining your situation and the case law that affects your situation, why you should be approved. In addition, sometimes we use experts in addition to what I mentioned, and we get an expert opinion. So our packages are really big. In this situation, who makes the final decision is the USCIS officer that will be adjudicating, making the decision in the family petition case. So you will have an interview, just like everyone else, a marriage interview, and after the interview, they will look over the waiver with the supervisor and hopefully approve it. Most of our cases do get approved. If you have good moral character, you haven't had arrests and crimes here, if you go to church, if you have kids, if your spouse and kids have those issues that I mentioned, you have a great chance of winning your I-601 waiver and getting forgiveness for the fact that you used somebody else's passport to enter the United States. If you have a complex immigration situation, our attorneys, our team is here to help you. Give us a call, schedule that consultation, We are prepared for the most complex situations that you might have, and we'll be so happy to help you. Give us a call today, become a subscriber, please give us a like if you like this video, and write in the comments your experience maybe with someone you know or a family member who has this. Ask questions having to do with I-601 waivers. We specialize in this kind of problem, and we specialize in solving this kind of problem. Take care, have a good day, bye-bye.